Hello everyone and welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series season race number 5 here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, recently reconfigured to be the Atlanta Super Speedway, and this race, of course, last season, our 2022 Xfinity Series NR2003 season, produced absolute chaos and craziness. So we're going to expect nothing less here as the green flag is out and we are underway here in Atlanta with Josh Berry and Brandon Jones in the front row. Josh Berry gets the jump and clears his Junior Motorsports teammate, but the set of Justin Allgaier is right on his bumper. They're going to go 3 wide here for the lead, nearly side by side for the lead between Allgaier and Berry into turn 1 and 2. As we look throughout this pack to make sure no incidents are possibly developing. As right now everyone seems to be doing just fine. JR Motorsports leading the field right now with their great qualifying efforts, and Justin Allgaier leading the way here in Atlanta into turn 3 and 4, trying to maintain the lead and gets a win this season. As he's won stages, got a lot of good points, but he's still not found victory lane yet as he leads the way. But here comes Daniel Hemrick and of course Austin Hill in the 21, and ooh, contact there a little bit, but he gets a nice shove from Parker Kligerman. Austin Hill, the great super speedway racer, 2-time winner this season already at Auto Club and Las Vegas, back to back. And sees Alfredo Nemechek made some contact right there in the middle of the pack, but back towards the front. The racing continues to get aggressive and crazy. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. Here comes Kligerman getting a nice shove to go in a second. There's a 10 of Justin Haley, but Justin Allgaier continues to lead here. 3 laps in. Now they're nearly 4 wide. A little bit of contact up on the outside wall. Austin Hill goes around into the wall. He's going to save it. That could have been a lot worse. Luckily, it's only the 21. The Brandon Jones of the 9 also gets in the wall and sustains damage. The field's nearly 6 wide, trying to avoid this as Justin Haley gets shoved up into Kligerman, and then the 21 of Austin Hill got up into Brandon Jones and got help from the 11 of Daniel Hemrick here. They were 4 wide and big hit right there in the outside wall for Brandon Jones, and Austin Hill managed to keep going the right direction. Props to everyone there. Keep going the right direction. We stay green, although we are on the verge of having the mega one here. As we look to the second pack here, they're 4 wide with Sammy Smith on the outside getting squeezed against the wall. Hold on to it. Back at the front of the pack, everyone keeps it together here as now we look once again through the field towards the front. Look at the 35. Oh, trouble! Bailey Curry to the wall and upside down. T-boned by Brandon Jones. Big hit. Ryan Truex in it. Clements, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Brendan Poole piles in. Austin Hill is damaged. Bailey Curry gets T-boned by Brandon Jones and goes flipping upside down for the 2nd week in a row. Bailey Curry is upside down. He was upside down last week. If you can see here, he gets dumped by the 91 of Chad Chastain, and he is hit by Kyle Weatherman and then slides down the track and gets absolutely drilled. What a hit by Brandon Jones. T-boned, and then the Ryan Truex piles, and then the whole back after Kaz Grala, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Clements, Austin Hill, Perkins, Kyle Sieg in it. But what a hit. That's going to knock Brandon Jones, Bailey Curry, Ryan Truex, Jeffrey Earnhardt, and Kaz Grala all out of this race. This huge wreck. See, it's all because they were going a little bit too aggressive. Chad Chastain didn't lift and just straight up dumped Bailey Curry here. Bailey Curry tries to save it. He nearly does, but he just clips the O2 of Kyle Weatherman. Goes up into the outside wall. Down he goes, and nowhere for Brandon Jones. Right into him. Bang! A huge hit. Launches upside down. Ryan Truex piles into him, and then behind him they all stack up. Clements right into the 44 and the 26. And back here some big hits. Joey Gase also in it in the 35. Some big hits though taking place here at Atlanta. Bailey Curry upside down here in this initial wreck here on lap 4. Huge hits. Knocks out contenders like Brandon Jones, Ryan Truex, Kaz Grala, and Jeffrey Earnhardt. So under caution for the first time today here in Atlanta for our first big pile-up of the day. Back here, we're nearly wrecking again, 4-5 wide. Watch how racing back to the line. Chad Chastain, Parker, that's not the same group that Bailey Curry came from when he got junked. But at the front of this field, your race leader is still going to be Justin Allgaier taking care of business right now. And now we're going to move on to the restart here. A couple of laps here on lap 12. Riley Earps, Justin Allgaier side by side for the lead here. Coming down the front straightaway. Nemechek, Retzloff behind them. Then Sammy Smith and Brett Moffitt in the mix. But Justin Allgaier once again gets clear for the lead. He has a very fast car. His thing is, can he keep it up there at the front and hang on to try to get himself in position to contend for this win and avoid the carnage that has already started taking place here in Atlanta. It's a couple of laps in. Now we're on lap 13. We're once again nearly 4 wide into the corner. Cole Custer, Chad Chastain, Sammy Smith, and Riley Earps are 4 wide. This can end really badly here if they get into it. They do. Kind of Custer up into the wall. There goes Sammy Smith and Riley Earps, and there goes Custer into Sam Mayer. Creed piles a big hit there. Joe Graff is in it. Sam Mayer, Parker Chase. Sorry, not Parker Chase. Connor Mosak is in it. The 45. Sage Karam involved. You see Sammy Smith go up into Riley Earps, and then Custer got turned off the bottom right into Sam Mayer. Hard hit for the one in Mayer. And then boom, Sheldon Creed piles in. Big hit for him, one of your playoff contenders. Let's see, they're in 4 wide here. It just doesn't work. So they up the track, they go big hit there. Earps, a little bit of airtime. Sammy Smith hard on the wall. Sam Mayer hard on the wall. Creed, Custer going around. They have 24. Going around, you have the 39, Joe Graff and Josh Williams. The 45 there of Sage Karam, Ryan Ellis involved, Chandler Smith a little bit of damage. You're gonna look at it here in slow-mo. See, just Sammy Smith just gets turned there. Parker Retzloff and Nemechek are gonna catch some damage, but they should be okay. And the seas parted here for Sieg and Alfredo and Josh Berry. Very lucky to get through right there. Behind them, the path is blocked, and guys are just piling into this thing. So that's gonna knock out Connor Mosak, Sam Mayer, Joe Graff, Sage Karam from this race. I believe Josh Williams will also be out, but Sammy Smith and Cole Custer will continue on racing. Very fortunate for them after this big crash here on lap 14 at Atlanta. Now look at the rest of the pack trying to negotiate these slower cars as they race back to the line. Austin Hill, Kyle Weatherman having to take very evasive maneuvers here. So is Kligerman, but they all make it work and back towards the front of the field. Your race leader is going to be Justin Allgaier. And now we move on here to laps 18 a restart. Just 31 cars left in the race now. Of course, you got more guys there. Justin Allgaier continues to lead. Sheldon Creed, Sammy Smith going really slow there in the middle lane. Really causing an issue here if they can make it back all the way to the line here without piling it up again, as we already have 2 big pileups. Will we have a third? It's very likely with the way this pack racing and how chaotic Atlanta has now become. It's become a race of survival. See Creed there in the middle. He's got like 2 lines, nearly 3. He's blocking here, nearly causing massive pileups. And you see Josh Williams got a big run at the back end of this pack here. Now they're 3 wide, 4 wide. The 28 of Kyle Sieg is in a really bad spot right now. There goes the 53. There goes Kyle Sieg. Sieg round up the racetrack, and they're crashing big time in 2 separate incidents here in the wall. Kyle Sieg, Nemechek, Justin Haley, Alfredo. The 53 is CJ McLaughlin. Sorry, no, the 53 Patrick Emmerling is in it. Riley Earps is collected. Nowhere for Cole Custer to go. Greg Galding, Josh Berry, Ryan Sieg, Jeb Burton collected in our 3rd big wreck of the day in just 20 laps. This is turning into Daytona and Talladega combined, times that by 1,000. I see right here you got the 10, Justin Haley. He's there on the bottom, and see they wreck behind him, and then he tries to merge back up the track, and he gets hit by Blaine Perkins, and they go wrecking right there in front of him with Sieg, Berry, and Burton. But the big hits are really behind him with Kyle Sieg, Kyle Weatherman, Anthony Alfredo. Those guys took some heavy hits in the back. Here we get it from the 20 to Kyle Sieg's POV here. See, he's just stuck in the middle of 4 wide. He's getting nowhere to go. He gets clipped, and he gets sent hard up the track. Bang, they all crunch up into the wall. Not terribly damaged, but just a big collection of cars wadded up here in this big wreck here on lap 20. Vargas gets by that, and so your race leader continues to be Justin Allgaier over Brett Moffitt and Chad Chastain, your top 3 at Atlanta, 21 laps in. Now we move on to lap 24 in the restart. Still 31 cars left in the race. Chad Chastain now your leader on this restart over Parker Retzloff, Daniel Hemrick, Justin Allgaier, Brett Moffitt, but Ryan Ellis and Sheldon Creed are dropping like stones through the field right now because they are so damaged, going so slow. There's 24 machine there. Connor Mosak also going very slow. You got Custer trying to make passes on the outside. Nemechek. I mean, these guys are going crazy right now with the way they're racing, nearly wrecking 2 wide, definitely 3 wide throughout the pack. Here, there goes Cole Custer. He gets dumped by Nemechek, and Nemechek gets put back into the wall. Oh, Mosak is collected. Around goes Vargas, the 35 as well. That is Gase. Oh, and Custer piles back in. Sieg also damaged, and you saw also around, but see, Custer got turned by Nemechek right up into the 53 of Patrick Emmerling. Joey Gase gets collected. Vargas gets spun around. Connor Mosak has nowhere to go and piles right into this. Okay, look at see Nemechek just straight up dumps Cole Custer into turn 3 and 4. Nothing Custer can do, and boom, he gets hit and drilled. Nemechek, big contact. These two can't get away from each other in these wrecks. And then Custer just piles back in there at 35 with Joey Gase. Now he wanted to do, and just more carnage here. Fourth big pile up of the day here in Atlanta. Parker Retzloff leads the way. Now we're going to move on to lap 29. Parker Retzloff leads. Got a couple more cars out of the race. The 24 of Mosak. And once again, cars on the bottom going extremely slow. Ryan Ellis, Sammy Smith, Brendan Poole, Sheldon Creed really stacking up a bunch of cars here. Ryan Sieg trying to negotiate it with Moffitt and Chad Chastain as well, trying to avoid junking all of them here. But there's still 3 or 4, and down the apron goes Sieg and Chad Chastain. What a save by Ryan Sieg right there. They continue on racing and work their way by Sammy Smith and Sheldon Creed here. Incredible moves to get by them safely. As we continue on this chaotic opening stage of racing, which has been nothing short of absolute mayhem. Now, once again, almost going 4 wide here. Oh, but a contact. Hold on to it. Everyone holds on to it as the outside gets stacked up, and luckily we avoid major incident here. Oh, Chad Chastain brought down the racetrack. They're going to hold on. They're going to make an incredible save right there. Go back up towards the front of the field, see what's going on. It's going to be Daniel Hemrick leading Justin Allgaier back to the start-finish line on lap 32. Oh, there's a caution that's come out. It may have involved the 66 of Cesar Baccarella. See here, once again, it's Cole Custer again, and guess who's right behind him? His partner in crime here, wrecking people, John Hunter Nemechek. Custer turns the 66 of Cesar Baccarella right up the track, and guess who they run into? John Hunter Nemechek. Boom, hard in the wall for Custer Nemechek. Sammy Smith slams into them. Nowhere for him to go, and that will put an end to John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer shenanigans, as well as Sammy Smith. Sheldon Creed gets hit, Vargas in it. So we're finally going to have some of the guys cause a lot of these wrecks out. Of the 66 of Baccarella will also be how the race was being turned and sent hard up in the outside wall. Custer right up into Nemechek. Big hit for the 66 and the 20 right there. Sammy Smith, big hit. Vargas piling to Sheldon Creed, and that of course brings us out to the caution once again. It's going to knock out Custer and Nemechek for sure out of this race. And their tomfoolery as Daniel Hemrick continues to lead. Now we move on to lap 36. Justin Allgaier leads the race with only 25 left in the race as Sheldon Creed and the 66 of Baccarella are out as well. Now Allgaier in the middle of a 3-wide situation back here that doesn't look safe. Oh, down the race goes Retzloff and Justin Haley. What a save. They save it on the apron. Avoid disaster. If they would have crashed there, that could have been huge. And now we're about 4 wide again. Oh boy, hold on to it. Hold on to it. They keep it clean here into turn 1 and 2. Racing back here for Leifs. Oh, now Justin Allgaier down the track there. Contact with Greg Gaulding. They also hold on to it. Justin Haley now goes in the middle to try to make a 3-wide pass. Look at the front of the field now. Chad Chastain taking the lead here from Parker Kligerman on lap 38. Alfredo Earps nearly 3 wide here, but they hang on to it. Here in the corner, Brett Moffitt threading the needle there in the middle line, trying to make some passes. And oh, there goes Riley Earps turning the outside wall down the backstretch. Anthony Alfredo is turned around to the outside wall as well. And if he comes down the track, this is going to hurt. And oh, it does Justin Allgaier head on into the 98. And Earps upside down. Kyle Weatherman goes flipping, drilled by Greg Gaulding. Josh Berry piles in. Poole and Joey Gase also are involved. And a huge crash. Riley Earps just gets T-boned twice. And nearly, that's concussion protocol right there. And Parker, not the O2 machine. Upside down T-bone. That's Kyle Weatherman. Greg Gaulding goes head on to the outside wall. Justin Allgaier saw 98 go right in front of him and had no time to react. Just out. And Alfredo, of course, collects some damage after having a really good run. He just turns Riley Earps down the backstretch. Jeb Burton and Jeremy Clements very lucky to escape this. Turn the 78 in the outside wall. And then here comes Allgaier. Boom. That is just a deadly hit right there. And the O2 Weatherman really goes tumbling here down the front stretch, drilled by Joey Gase. Well, that's going to knock Kyle Weatherman out of the race, as well as Riley Earps, Justin Allgaier, and Greg Gaulding. That is for sure. Just another huge wreck. It's been nothing but an absolute wreck fest here in Atlanta. Cars flipping and flying, tumbling through the corners, piling into each other. Hard T-bones, hard hits, and just pure madness erupting here at Atlanta as your race leader at the moment is going to be Chad Chastain. And we on to lap 43. We have about 20 cars left in the race. Chad Chastain up there at the front. Now we got the 74. Ryan Vargas here is a slow lap car stacking up. Jed Burton and Alfredo here on the outside. They're stacking up all 3 lines here on the verge of wrecking with 19 cars left here at Atlanta in this race, trying to get the best finish possible. And I have a feeling here we could wreck big time again. Contact the 53 of Emmerling around into Alfredo into the outside wall, and caution again. Hard hit for Anthony Alfredo and Patrick Emmerling into turn 1 and 2. The 53 Emmerling gets turned by Clements, and boom, nowhere for Anthony Alfredo to go. Hard in the outside wall. I think that'll put an end to Anthony Alfredo's day of racing. He'll be done. Emmerling somehow might find a way to continue in this race, but Daniel Hemrick leads here at Atlanta. Now we move on to lap 47 here. Austin Hill, your race leader, over the somehow Austin Hill leads the race over the 25 of Brett Moffitt. That is actually lap 40. There's 2 to go in stage 1 here. Moffitt Hill fighting for the stage win as Ryan Ellis stacks up the entire bottom line here because of how slow he is as a lapper. Everyone going right on by him. But you got to focus on the battle for the stage win up the front. Brett Moffitt has now gotten clear of the 21 of Austin Hill, looking to get his first stage win in a very long time in the Xfinity Series. And you got a playoff point to try to get that AM Racing team shot the fast. Oh, Jed Burton gonna save it there. Nearly got hooked by Chad Chastain, but it's Brett Moffitt leading here on the last lap of stage 1 at Atlanta, looking to get a playoff point and stage win. Be huge for that young AM Racing team in their first full-time Xfinity Series season, running really well. Daniel Hemrick behind them in second. Always good at these super speedways. Kligerman third. Blaine Perkins is fourth, and Austin Hill, one of the best super speedway racers in the business, running in fifth. But 75% of the field is damaged at this point. So if you have a clean car, you're one of the favorites here. And to the line, Brett Moffitt will hold up Daniel Hemrick. Brett Moffitt wins stage 1 in Atlanta over Hemrick, Kligerman, Perkins, Justin Haley, Retzloff, Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Chad Chastain, and Jed Burton in the top 10. Brett Moffitt, stage 1 winner. Now we're going to move on to stage number 2 here on that 55. Parker Retzloff leading the way, and on the verge of incident here with the 53 of Emmerling and the 6 of Brennan Poole. As Parker Retzloff continues to lead this race, looking to find himself in victory lane for the first time in his young career. As they race their way down the backstretch now, heading towards turn 3 and 4. Brennan Poole going extra to the jump, Burton is hooked in into Chandler Smith, and around they go. They're crashing hard behind him in the wall. Goes Clements, Chandler Smith, both Gase cars, and Ryan Ellis piles in. Kyle Sieg also involved. Big hit as it looks like the 27 Jed Burton got hooked down the racetrack, then went on the apron right back up and turned the 16 to Chandler Smith. Clements hooked him down, and then Burton came back up and turned Chandler Smith, and a hard hit. That's going to knock out Jeremy Clements out of this race for sure. Ryan Ellis is destroyed. The 53 of Emmerling is destroyed. Joey Gase destroyed. You know, limping around these guys are. Of course, Chandler Smith now damaged. He had a clean car up to this point. Now we move on to the last lap of stage 2 here. Brett Moffitt now looking to sweep the stages here in Atlanta. Can he complete the job and get his first career Xfinity Series win? Daniel Hemrick is about a second back in second place, of course. Then Parker Retzloff is third. Kligerman is fourth. Then you got Justin Haley there battling the top 5. But Brett Moffitt here rolling through 3 and 4. Brett Moffitt is going to easily cruise to a second stage win here. Is out of turn 4. Brett Moffitt sweeps the stages in Atlanta for AM Racing. Daniel Hemrick second, and Retzloff, Haley, Kligerman, your top 5 in the stage. Here comes Blaine Perkins to take 6th in stage 2, which he will, and you see the rest of the stage results there. But Brett Moffitt sweeps the stages in Atlanta, and now we're going to move on to 2 laps to go. It's been clean since then. A couple of cars dropped out of the race. Daniel Hemrick now leads with just 2 laps to go in the race, with only 3 cars on the lead lap himself. Brett Moffitt and Parker Retzloff. Justin Haley is the first car lap down in 4th, just blocking for his teammate Daniel Hemrick right now. As Daniel Hemrick is about to win his way into the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs with a big win here in Atlanta, outdueling Brett Moffitt as white flag final lap presented by Credit One Bank in Atlanta for Daniel Hemrick. About to get his first win of the season, and actually last season I believe he won 2 races, so this would be his 3rd win in the last 2 seasons and 4th overall in his career if we count his championship win in 2021 in real life. So Daniel Hemrick looking to get it done here in Atlanta, lock himself into the playoffs early in the season, be our 4th different winner in 5 races. He's going to do that as he's a comfortable lead. He's got a good blocker, and his teammate Justin Haley to the line. Colleague Racing prevails. Daniel Hemrick wins in Atlanta. Brett Moffitt going to come home second after dominating both stages. Still a great day for the AM Racing team. And Parker Retzlaff here making his way through 3 and 4 to finish out the podium here. Coming home in 3rd place. Having a very, very good season for Parker Retzlaff so far. P3 in Atlanta. See the rest of the race results there on the leaderboard. But Daniel Hemrick, a winner in Atlanta, and is into the playoffs here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series season in our 5th race of the year. And you see all the long list of DNFs and the race results on the left side of your screen. About 10 cars finished the race. Now the playoff standings are, of course, Daniel Hemrick slots in 4th with his 1 win in the season, joining Custer, Erbsen, Austin Hill in the playoffs, and Sam Mayer, Parker Retzlaff, all plus 50 above Cotton, looking really good right now. Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier, Brett Moffitt, John Hernimacek, all at least 20 or above to the good, so they're looking very good in the points. Sheldon Creed, the only 2 points above the cut line in 11th. Chandler Smith, plus 1 over Brandon Jones in 12th. Alfredo is 14th, minus 5. Then you got Parker Kligerman, Ryan Sieg, Sammy Smith, Kaz Grala, Jeb Burton, Jeremy Clements, and Ryan Ellis, the rest of the drivers here on the leaderboard. Until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.